it also changed the way we exercise and stay fit. As the gyms remain closed, open spaces and parks remain restricted, people resorted to home works. And yoga is as a form of exercise that can easily be practiced even in a small enclosed space, helping many to improve their immunity and maintain good health during the pandemic. So in this backdrop, the Yogasala of RGUKTN Nuzvid campus has kept its responsibility up in imparting training in yoga to hundreds of students, staff, and their family members in online mode. And now, coming to the present program, on the occasion of 8th International Day of Yoga, it is planned to conduct this international workshop on Astanga Yoga Level 1 on online from today till up to 20th by the Yogasala RGUKTN Nuzvid in association with IISc Yoga Mandir Bengaluru. The basic objective of this program is to teach the participants the personal and social disciplines of Astanga Yoga based on the scientific research conducted by Dr. S.N. Omkar, Chief Research Scientist, Department of Aerospace, IISc Bangalore. And I'm very happy to know that 4,450 participants got registered for this particular program, 2,885 from AP, 1,444 from the 32 states and union territories, and 121 participants from the foreign countries, 9 foreign countries, USA, Australia, Canada, UK, and other countries. So on this occasion, I welcome you all for this particular program. Now over to Satya Sridhar Garu to introduce our beloved, our chief guest, our beloved Honorable Chancellor Sir, Professor K.C. Reddy Garu, to all the participants.
Thank you so much, sir, for your informative and thoughtful words. So before introduction, I would like to give a brief introduction about Professor K.C. Reddy Garu. He is an innovator who endeavored to introduce changes in higher education. It is an absolute pleasure to introduce Professor K.C. Reddy, Chancellor and Chairman of the Governing Council of RGUKT AP. He is a teacher, researcher, economist, and education administrator. Professor K.C. Reddy, a doctorate in economics, taught economics at Andhra University for over 3 decades. He served as chairman, Rajiv Yuvakiranalu, a flagship skill development and employment program of United AP government during 2011 and 14. He received many awards and honors across India and abroad. He is recipient of the President's Award for Innovation in Higher Education from Indian Science Congress. We are honored by your presence on this day of commencement of the international workshop. Thank you so much, sir. We would like to have a few words from you.
Sir, over to you, sir, Honorable Chancellor, sir, for your message, sir. Yes.
Okay.
Sir.
Srinivas Rao, Dr. Omkar, Sri Satya Sridhar, friends from different parts of the world who joined us for this simple inauguration of a workshop to motivate people. I believe that the first level of Astanga Yoga workshop is motivate people to introduce them to yoga. I am personally happy that Indian Institute of Science is joining us, or rather RGUKT is partnering with Indian Institute of Science to launch this workshop and organize this workshop. As Srinivas Rao and Sri Sridhar rightly explained to all of us, the role and importance of yoga in general, and this particular form of yoga, Astanga yoga. And this is particularly important in the context of the society where life itself is becoming more complex and more challenging. I think the Indian tradition, the global society has been looking forward to emulate a large areas of Indian culture, Indian social and cultural ethos. And yoga is an important aspect of that cultural and the way of living of India, which international community would like to not only emulate, but make it an integral part of their lifestyle. Why yoga of late is becoming a very important way of life in different parts of the world. I think compared to 40 years, 50 years ago, today, life has become, particularly in the advanced societies, more mechanical, and people work more like machines, not like human beings. And that's where I think yoga becomes extremely critical. You need to, it's more like recharging your batteries. If you practice yoga, and if you are on yoga for few minutes, the rest of the day, you are a different person in terms of your reflexes, in terms of your ability to work, and overall put it in terms of the industry jargon, your productivity. That's where I think the global community and India in association would like to make yoga a more, I think earlier people used to think that yoga is something like, which is largely an Indian phenomena, and there is no need for the rest of the world to think about it. Now, today is entirely different. You will find more people practicing yoga outside India rather than in India itself. But we need to strengthen our own institutional systems to make yoga more rigorous, and then put it in curriculum. I think RGUKT has made it, even from day one, a large areas which are not really integral part of technical education as part of curriculum. And yoga is one of them. And I am personally happy that Sri Satyasridhar has done commendable work to build this yoga institute in Nuzvid campus of RGUKT, and other campuses are also learning from Sri Satyasridhar. And we in RGUKT would like to develop yoga along with technical skills. Now, we always say that the industry, when they look at people, they not only look at in terms of their domain competency, but more importantly, the life skills. And life skills and the ability of a person to identify himself, it all depends upon his mental attitude. And if somebody who gets into mental fatigue in a short span of time will not be able to work for longer hours. And that's where we need to develop this concept. And probably as we move on, we need to make some innovations in yoga itself. That's where I think that Dr. Omkar must have been working on it, a scientific way of not only practicing yoga, but more importantly, evolving yoga into an area of or an integral part of curriculum, and then make it a part of lifestyle in the emerging society. I am personally grateful to my friends from RGUKT and also from Indian Institute of Science. I think it's a unique combination that a pure technical institution which has been practicing yoga, and Dr. Omkar must be knowing by now that RGUKT is unique for various reasons in terms of empowering rural youth, providing them quality professional education. And scientific methods of evolving yoga systems would certainly help us to build our own yoga consciousness. Therefore, we acknowledge our gratitude to Indian Institute of Science, in particular to Dr. Omkar. I thank you all. I have great pleasure in launching this workshop on Astanga Yoga. Thank you very much. And I do hope that people will go back with memorable outcomes, and then people will not only learn and practice for this during the period of workshop, but make it a part and parcel of their lifestyle. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for your informative words. So now I extend heartfelt thanks to our chief guest, who spared time for their busiest schedule to grace the occasion. Today, we had an opportunity to hear your worthful thoughts, and this gave us lots of knowledge and inspiration. I would like to thank Professor K.C. Reddy Garu and Director Sir for their valuable and inspirative speeches. I also thank Kauri Srikanth and Ejuvarpu Suresh, Vittal, Baraprasad, Ganesh, and other yoga students for their incessant support. Our sincere thanks to Yoga Mandir. So finally, we are coming to the part where we are going to introduce our instructor for the next 10-day workshop. It is my pleasure to introduce Dr. S.N. Omkar sir. Being devoted to the path of knowledge, purity in heart, clarity in mind, sincerity in action, and contentment is a Jnana Yogi. Today, we are blessed to have that Jnana Yogi with us. Is none other than our today's chief guest, Yoga Ratna, Dr. S.N. Omkar sir, who is the Chief Research Scientist of IISc Bangalore in the Department of Aerospace. He is not only a scientist, but also a yoga therapist, Nitya Yoga Sadhak, author, and a great teacher and philosopher who follows the principles of Patanjali Sutras in his life. His contributions to yoga and engineering science are numerous. Some of them are yoga camps for sports players, yoga trainings for public across the world, several yoga programs in TV channels, Surya program, which is a student affiliated program, and published several articles and even authored many books on yoga. Just with the power of mind, no joystick and remotes, he and his students made a mind controller drone steered by thoughts. He is highly passionate about delivering the best to the students that could drive and infuse hope among the learners. For his contributions in the field of UAV and yoga, the Karnataka state honored with the award of Rajyotsava Kempegowda and has given the titles of Yoga Ratna, Apurva Kalanidhi, Yoga Bhaskara, Yoga Rishi, and many more. Undoubtedly, he is a role model for his commitment and responsibilities to scale greater heights. We are very fortunate to have our Guru with us on this auspicious day. We are blessed to associate and learn with you and organize this phenomenal workshop. Thank you so much, sir. So I'd like to have a few words from Dr. S.N. Omkar, sir. Over to you, sir.
I bow to the very Lord Parameshwara in you all. Namaste. I am highly grateful for the Director and the Vice Chancellor for gracing this occasion. And yes, my friend Satya Sridhar, we were planning from very long that yes, we should do something where the fundamentals of yoga are properly communicated to the younger community in particular and all yoga enthusiasts in large. So this 8th International Yoga Day, the upcoming, that became a pedestal for doing this. So we are having a 10-day workshop, level 1, which contains Yama, Niyama, Asana. So the overall plan is each day, one principle of Yama and Niyama is enunciated along with few postures. The postures are also scientifically categorized so that it will help the overall health. And the principles of these Yama, namely Ahimsa, Satya, Asteya, Brahmacharya, Parigraha, and the principles of Niyama, Shaucha, Santosha, Tapaswadhyaya, Ishvara, Pranidhanani. These things will be taught each day, one principle. So practitioners will see suddenly a PPT or a slide popping out and some explanation as to how to implement these principles in life. What does that mean to us to implement these principles in life? That is going to be emphasized. Some about 4 or 5 slides each day the practitioners will see, which are of vital importance in shaping our ethical life. And few postures which will help them. That will be level 1. Level 2 later we are planning with some pranayama techniques. Then level 3 to introduce some meditative practices. I think that will follow in the days to come. I thank all the people who have been helping in this endeavor. There are many people. It is difficult to name each one. A lot of people have helped us in conducting this workshop. I think there is a tremendous response from many participants. So I thank again the team from the Nuzvid College. They are doing a wonderful work. I had the opportunity and fortune to visit them twice, and their campus is a wonderful work. I think the institute also, I am very happy to see the administration supporting yoga activities apart from the engineering stream. This is something very, very unique and highly applaudable achievement of the institute itself. And yes, IISc will join any such social endeavors. Our aim is to uplift, especially the young community. With this, my session will start very soon, in another couple of minutes. So I conclude saying, yes, we will all practice yoga so that personally we stand to benefit, our families become better, our society become better, our colleges, our environment becomes better. Ultimately, we all contribute for the upliftment of the nation in the large. Namaste.
Namaste, sir. Thank you so much. We are very excited to participate in the sessions forward. So, as many of you know, RGUKT Nuzvid is well known for its rhythmic yoga performances, and we got appreciations from distinguished great national leaders like President and Vice President of India. So, on this occasion, we'd like to present one of our songs to the audience here. Thank you.
Thank you, Suji. With this, this inaugural function was over. Thanks to our beloved Chancellor, Honorable Chancellor Sir, and Director Sir, and Dr. S. Omkar Sir, for gracing this occasion. Thank you, sir.
So we'll presenting the
Thank you very much, Sir Vibhushan.
So we'll be present.
Uh, with the permission of, say, Dr. S. N. Omkar, sir, and such as Sridhar Akineni, I'm here with leaving this particular meeting. I have another endeavor to it. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So we'll be presenting the song Rhythmic Yoga performance by our students.
Na 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 गोपाल बोलो। गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो, राधा रमण हरि गोविंद बोलो। गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो, राधा रमण हरि गोविंद बोलो। गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो, गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो।
Wonderful. So the session will start in a minute.
Namaste. Welcome you all for the first session in the 10-day yoga workshop. We are going to look at Astanga Yoga in this series consisting of Yama, Niyama and Asanas. In this session, we are going to look at the core stability, how to gain core stability, and then look at one component of Yama, social discipline or restraints that we have to follow. First one, we are going to focus Ahimsa. Okay, we will start with few postures which helps the core stability. By core stability, we mean how to maintain the health of some of these important muscles situated in the lumbar, pelvis, hip region, especially concerning the lower back in good health. We shall start with a lying down position, lie on your back, fold the legs, keep the heels closer to the hips, stretch both arms up, press the feet, keep the feet parallel. Very important is that you should allow your sacrum to flatten on the mat or ground. And now feel the complete length and breadth of the spinal column. Keep the neck at the center, chin slightly towards the chest. Watch your breathing. As you inhale, the abdominal cavity should expand all around completely, and as you exhale, it should contract. Chest as stable as possible. In order to feel the breathing, you can do the following. Keep the right palm on the abdomen, left palm on the chest. So as you inhale, the abdominal cavity, the lower, the middle and the upper abdomen should fully expand, which means right palm should move up as you inhale. As you exhale, the abdominal cavity has to contract, and then slightly pull the abdominal region inside so that exhalation becomes longer and deeper. Left palm, not much movement because chest has to be relaxed. This is called abdominal breathing, very, very important. Sensitize your back muscles also to the breathing. It's very important to breathe abdominally, make the exhalation longer than the inhalation. Stretch both arms up. Now to maintain this breathing, this is very, very crucial. So you have to slowly inhale and then slowly exhale. Exhalation initially is effortless. It simply happens due to the movement of the diaphragm into the chest, and then you have to contract it further. So the active phase of exhalation, so that exhalation is longer and deeper. When you do this, the muscles, especially the abdominal muscles, they get a better tone. In particular, the transverse abdominis muscle, the deepermost layer of the abdominal cavity, that becomes active. Now, the first movement, raise your right leg up, pull the kneecap, stretch the heel. You have to stretch the toes towards the knee, pull the kneecap, ensure to flatten the sacrum on the ground. Fold down. Left leg up, pull the kneecap, stretch the toes. When you do this, don't forget your right leg. You have to press your right foot, tighten the back of the right thigh. Watch your breathing. Fold down. One more time, right leg up. Pull the kneecap, stretch the toes. This is a good stretch for the lower limbs, the hamstrings and the calf muscle. It gently mobilizes the muscles around the hip. Also helps the lower back. Down. Left leg up. Pull the kneecap, stretch the toes. Watch your breathing. Now fold down. Next one, raise your right leg up. Fold the knee, hold the knee from both hands and pull it closer. Stretch the toes. Tighten the back of both the thighs. You have to pull the knee in the same plane. That is, don't do it outside the trunk. Watch your breathing. This is a very good stretch for the gluteal minimus and medius muscles, and the muscles in the region of the hips. Release. Right leg down. Left leg up. Fold. Hold the knee. Press the knee closer to the chest. Stretch the toes. Watch your breathing. Sensitize the lower back muscles to the breathing. Now rise. Left leg up. Keep it down. One more time. Right leg up. Fold. Hold the knee. Press the knee closer to the chest. Watch your breathing. Be attentive. Very important to get involved. You must be aware of what you are doing, because yoga is more to focus the mind. Right leg straight, down. Chain. Left leg up. Fold. Hold the knee. Press the knee gently closer to the chest. Press the right foot. Tighten the back of both the thighs. Breathe with awareness. Now release the left leg down. The next one is rise your right leg up. Fold it across, taking the right heel to the root of the left thigh. Push the right knee back, stretch the toes, tighten the back of both the thighs. Feel the sacroiliac joint, that is the articulation between the hip girdle and the lower back or the spinal column. Release. Right leg and chain. Left leg up. Fold it across. Stretch the toes. Push the knee back. Watch your breathing. Release. Left leg. One more time. Right leg up. Fold it across. Push the knee. Stretch the toes. Inhale, abdominal cavity should expand. Exhale, abdominal cavity has to contract thoroughly. Now release. Right leg. Then change. Left leg. Left leg up. Fold it across. It's very important to breathe with awareness. Good deep breathing, abdominal breathing helps the complete lower back, the lumbar fascia, that is thick skin in the region of the lower back, that should be sensitized because it is called the nature's back belt. So good breathing with these stretchings helps a lot. Release left leg. Da. The next one is raise your right leg up, fold, from left hand hold the ankle joint, pull it, from right hand push the knee slightly across the chest, not like this, slightly across, and try to flatten the sacrum onto the ground, stretch the toes, press the left foot, tighten the back of both the thighs. This is a very good stretch for the gluteal maximus muscle. Release right leg, down. Left leg up, fold, from right hand, hold the ankle joint, pull it, from left hand, push the knee across the chest. Watch your breathing. Gluteal maximus muscle is one of the major muscles, quite big also. Feel the stretch. Now release left leg, down. One more time, right leg up, fold, hold the right ankle from left hand, pull it from right hand, press the knee across the chest. So all these postures help the core muscles, the muscles around the lumbar pelvis and hip complex. Release right leg, then chain, left leg up, fold, hold the ankle joint, pull it, then press the knee across the chest. Watch your breathing. Now release left leg, down. So these four movements with good abdominal breathing helps you to warm up the body also for any other activities. So these are very, very safe and proven methods to help the core muscles. Now slowly get up from the right side, sit upright. Sage Patanjali recommends the practice of yama or social restraints. This is very, very important for any yoga practitioner. The very first yama or social restraint that one has to follow, according to sage Patanjali, is ahimsa, non-violence, non-harming. Make the following affirmation. I will not think of harming anybody, will not do harm physically or verbally. We have to follow ahimsa, kaya, vacha, manasa. We need to meet people, greet people, talk to people in our day-to-day life. We should ensure that we talk to them properly, which means our words have to be free from harming attitude. Promise yourself the following: my words and actions shall be such that anyone who meets me should feel better than before he or she met me. We shall look at another set of movements. We start from the all fours or the Chatushpadasana. Okay? On your palms and knees, middle finger pointing forward, palms shoulder width apart, knees hip width apart, stretch the toes, keep the neck neutral. Complete spinal column should be neutral, which means it should neither have flexion nor extension. Flexion is this, extension is this. So just keep it neutral, very important. Press the palm, feel the contact surface, stretch the toes, tighten the calf muscles. Watch your breathing. Inhale, abdominal cavity should expand. Exhale, you should contract. So this set of postures help the complete spinal column, both the lower back and the upper back. Now rise your right hand up in line with the shoulders. But shoulder girdle should be stable. Bring the right hand down and change. Left hand up. And then stretch your left hand. Watch your breathing. Now slowly bring your left hand down. When you remove the support, one of the supports, watch your breathing. It helps to trigger. Now we are going to muscles do the same movements that help our core alternately with the legs. Raise your right leg up, stretch, keep the leg in line with the hips. Tighten the muscles of the arms. Bring your right leg down. Chain, left leg up. Stretch the toes. Ensure to keep the trunk neutral. Keep the left leg straight. You should keep the shoulder girdle and pelvic girdles parallel. Down. Watch your breathing. Before we do the next one, just sit on your heels, sit upright. Again, sit in the all fours. Press the palms, stretch the toes. Now we are going to do the following. Now raise your right hand and left leg. Right hand up, left leg also up. Stretch your right hand, stretch your left leg, but keep the trunk neutral. Done. Chain. Left hand, right leg. Arm at the level of the shoulders, leg at the level of the hips. Done. Next one, right hand, left leg. Watch your spinal column, the lower back and the upper back. Done. Change. Right leg, left hand. Watch your breathing. Done. Sit in the Vajrasana. Sit on your. Okay, these segmental movements of the spinal column are very, very helpful. Now sit upright on your heels. Whenever we meet some people, we generally expect them to treat us in some particular way. We do not like if someone neglects us, insults us, or harms us in any way. We should remember that we should cultivate such behavior in our own self first. Take this vow, shall not do things to others which I don't want them to do to me. Practice of ahimsa also implies that sometimes we should not be selfish, especially when we are in the company of others. We must be very, very careful. Actual practice of ahimsa involves us to think about others more than our own self. Make the following assertion. Take this as a vow. Shall put the happiness of others ahead of me. Now lie on your back. Fold both the legs, heels closer to the hips, and press the feet about 6 inches apart but parallel. Stretch both arms up, press the feet. Watch your breathing, press the feet. Now we are going to do the hip riser.
Your inhale as you exhale, contract the abdominal muscles and rise the hips up. Inhale, exhale, rise the hips up. Then breathe abdominally. Inhale, abdominal cavity should expand. Exhale, it should contract. Press the feet tight to the back of the thighs. Slowly come down. So these postures help the complete back. It also helps the neck. One more time, inhale, exhale up. Keep the chin to the chest. Slowly come down. Be aware of your back. Feel the muscles in and around the lower back, hip, and the abdomen. Now we are going to do one more variation in this posture. Press the feet, inhale, exhale. Rise the hips up. Now raise your right leg up in line with the trunk. Keep the hips stable. Fold down. Chain left leg. Stretch your left leg. Down. Slowly come down. So these postures help to strengthen. Take the arms, the core muscles down. Slowly get up. Sit upright. Wherever we are in the group of friends, relatives, or colleagues, we need to talk about some things, and whenever we speak, it's important we are aware of what we are speaking. We must be aware about the words we use, the topic we choose. Make this promise for your own self. Shall refrain from condemning and belittling others. Now we shall do one more bridge posture, downward facing, and is also called as the plank. Lower your chest. Keep the elbows on the mat. Fold the toes in. exhale, rise the hips up, legs straight, toes folded. Do not hold the breath. Keep the trunk parallel to the ground, elbows below the shoulders. Down. Be relaxed. One more time. Fold the toes in, elbows below the shoulders. Inner exhale. Rise the trunk up. Watch your breathing. Down. Just be relaxed. We shall do one variation in this. Again, elbows below the shoulder joints. Fold the toes in. So all these muscles and then postures help the core muscles, which includes the abdominals, the muscles around the pelvis and the lower back. So what we do now will help the stability and strength of these core muscles. Inhale, exhale, rise on your toes and elbows. Now raise your right leg 1 inch up. Down. Change. Left leg up. Slightly. About couple of inches is good enough. Watch your breathing. Down. Down. Only one more repetition. Fold the toes in. Inhale, exhale, up. Legs straight. Join the legs. Slowly get up. Then sit upright. Core stability is very, very important for all the musculoskeletal health and for all our functional movements to be good. Core stability is essential. This forms the basis of all postures and movements. Words are powerful. Words can bring treasure. Words can bring disaster. Words can bring friends closer. words can pull them apart. Words can also bring death. Words can also give life. We should be mindful of the words that we use. If the thinking is freed from non-harming behavior, then words and actions shall also be non-harming. Be careful about the words. Jihvagre Lakshmir Vasati, Jihvagre Mitra Bandavaha, Jihvagre Bandhanam Praptam, Jihvagre Maranam Dhruvam. What is the effect of practicing ahimsa? Patanjali says, Ahimsa pratishtayam tat sannidhau vairatyagaha. That means if one is firmly established in the practice of ahimsa, then in his vicinity the creatures, be it be human or animals, shed hatred. This is something very, very important to note. If you are established in ahimsa, around you, wherever you go, there will be a friendly, enthusiastic environment. That is something very, very great for any person to have. Ahimsa, one of the social restraints or yama, as Patanjali calls, is the basis of all our code of conduct. Ahimsa hi paramo dharmaha. So thus we have started this series with ahimsa, how to practice it, along with how to gain and maintain core stability. Namaste. योगेन चित्तस्य पदेन वाचाम् मलं शरीरस्य च वैद्यकेन योपाकरोत्तं प्रवरं मुनीनां पतञ्जलिं प्राञ्जलिरानतोऽस्मि.
Thank you so much, sir, and thank you so much, participants, for every participant for joining the session. So tomorrow also we'll be starting the session exactly sharp by 6 p.m. So we request you to join by even before 5 minutes. Thank you, everyone.